Now you have protected your mind. You have rewritten your identity. You have started bending your life towards your future self. Now the previous parties were something deeper shifts. And this part also shifts something deeper. Because even with all this awareness, you might still feel it. You walk into certain rooms and your energy drops. You talk to certain people and your confidence leaks. You scroll for just 5 minutes and somehow your entire mood is gone. It is like your power is wireless and the world keeps finding ways to drain your battery. This part 17 is where that stops. Stay until the end and you will learn a three-part framework to make your energy as protected and intentional as your mind. So you don't just think like a new person. You move through the world like someone whose energy is no longer available for cheap success. Follow me.
Here's a hard truth. Nobody put in the self-help brochures. You can have the right mindset, the right affirmations, the right habits on paper, and still stay stuck. If your energy is available to everyone, at any time, for free, energy is not just vibes. It's your attention, your emotional bandwidth, your capacity to care, focus, and act. In last year, the world is designed to harvest attention and emotion at scale. That means if you don't put a price on your energy, someone else will treat it like a discount bin. Part 17 is about becoming the kind of person whose energy feels expensive, not because you're cold, but because you're conscious. The first pillar of untouchable energy is your attention. Your life is not built from hours. It's built from where your attention sits. Inside those hours. Right now. Ask yourself, if someone watched a replay of my last 7 days, where would they say my attention mostly lived? In other people's drama? In endless scrolling? In imaginary arguments? Or in building, learning, resting, creating? You don't need shame. You need metrics. For the next 24 hours. Pretend you are running a private experiment. Every couple of hours. Pause and write down just 2 things. 1. What am I paying attention to right now? 2. Is this building me or draining me? No judgment. Just data. By the end of the day, you will see the pattern. Your energy is not random. It is going exactly where your attention has been trained to go. Untouchable energy starts when you stop saying, I don't know where the day went, and start saying, I chose where my attention went. And now I'm choosing again. The second pillar is access. This is where most people bleed out. You teach people how to treat your energy by the speed, tone, and depth of your responses. Ask yourself 3 questions. 1. Who gets the fastest version of my attention? 2. Who gets the calmest version of my attention? 3. Who gets the leftover version of my attention? If strangers, notifications, and energy-draining people get your fastest responses, while your own goals, body, and rest get only what's left. Your energy is inverted. So you start making small but powerful adjustments. You remove instant reply as your default setting. You let calls go unanswered. When you're not in the space to talk, you stop explaining every boundary like a crime scene report. You're sending one message to the world and to yourself. My energy is not public property. This doesn't make you arrogant. It makes you accurate about how much of you there is to go around. The third pillar is your atmosphere. The background noise that quietly programs your mood, even when you're not paying attention. Atmosphere is the kind of content playing while you cook or clean, the lighting and clutter in the room you spend most time in, the voices you hear first thing in the morning and right before you sleep. Ask one question. Is my atmosphere calming my nervous system or keeping it on edge? You have more control than you think. You can change the first voice you hear in the morning, from random social media to something that speaks to your future. You can clear one small area of your room or desk, so your brain has at least one place that looks like clarity. You can make a rule that the last 15 minutes of your day belong to you, not to the world. Your energy becomes untouchable, not just because of what you avoid, but because of what you surround it with, on purpose. Now, let's turn this into something practical. You've heard of a money budget. Part 17 introduces an energy budget. Every morning, instead of asking, "What do I have to do today?" you ask, "What do I have energy for today? And where do I want that energy to go?" Imagine you have 10 units of energy. On a normal day, you might choose 3 units for your work, 2 units for relationships, 2 units for your body and rest, 2 units for your future, skills, planning, creativity, 1 unit for randomness/life happens. If something unexpected demands 5 units of energy. An argument, a crisis, a drama spiral. You don't just let it happen. You ask, if I give this 5, what will have to be reduced today? That question alone will save you from pouring premium energy into situations that do not deserve front row priority. You are not a limitless battery. Treat your energy like something you are responsible for managing, not something everyone else is entitled to. Sometimes you need to protect your energy, but the words freeze in your throat. So here are 3 simple scripts you can adapt for real life. Script 1, when you can't take a call. I can't talk properly right now. Let's speak when I can give you my full attention. You're not making excuses. You're protecting your bandwidth. So the call, when it happens, is actually meaningful. Script 2, when a conversation is draining you. I'm starting to feel drained by this topic. Can we pause it here? If they push, you repeat once. If they still push, you exit. Your energy is not up for debate. Script 3, when you need time to respond. I don't want to answer this on impulse. Give me some time to think, and I'll get back to you. This script does 2 things. It buys you space from emotional hijack. It trains people to respect that your responses are considered, not automatic. The more you use these lines, the more your nervous system learns. We are allowed To protect our energy. Without collapsing into guilt. When you start living like this, you will notice 3 big shifts. Shift 1, low effort chaos loses access. People who were used to you being emotionally available 24/7 will either step up or step away. Either way, your energy wins. Shift 2, your work gains depth. Because your attention is no longer shredded. You start dropping into deeper focus. You do fewer things, but you do them with an intensity and clarity that autopilot could never reach. Shift 3. Your presence becomes a filter. When your energy is steady, instead of frantic, you begin to repel people and situations that rely on you. Being confused, guilty, or exhausted. They may call you distant, different, not like before. But the ones meant for this season will call you something else. Grounded, calm, safe. In a world desperate for your attention. Being a person with controlled, intentional energy is rare and incredibly powerful. If part 17 made you see exactly where your energy leaks have been hiding, you are already changing. Because awareness plus intention is the beginning of a new pattern. Here is your challenge. To make this real. 1. In the comments, complete this. My biggest energy leak right now is dash. And this week I will protect it by dash. 2. Then add one more line. From today, my energy is no longer dash. Maybe it's free. Or always on call. Or available to anyone who demands it. Write it like a boundary. Your future self will be proud of. If you're ready for where this series goes next. From inner protection to outer creation, influence, and building a life that matches this new energy. Hit subscribe. Turn on all notifications. And stay with this journey. Because the next episodes are about taking this untouchable energy and plugging it into your money decisions, your purpose and work, the kind of relationships that feel like oxygen, not obligations. You've taken your mind back. You're taking your life back. Part 17 is your reminder that from this moment forward, you are not just trying to heal. You are a person whose energy, attention, and presence are finally being treated like the rare, powerful resources they always were.